Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading about somebody getting to a point where they feel confident it's the right time to make a decision or make a move, perhaps even confess something. And I know that we have a decision, even though we have indecision, because this landed in the reverse. I don't typically take these in the reverse. But it landed right next to the first card, like it was supposed to be that way. So I feel like we have somebody that has been dealing with indecision, maybe a little bit of hesitation, or I'm not sure if I should make a move in that direction, if it's the right time. But with it coming out in reverse, I feel like we've got somebody that finally feels like they have all their ducks in a row and it's time to move forward with something they've been thinking about. So let's find out what that is. We'll call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I think we're going to start with the Golden Lenormand. We'll see what we have there. I hope you have some fun plans for the weekend. It's supposed to be nice weather here, hopefully for you as well. We have the Mountain, number 21. And the Heart, number 24. And I just heard Elvis Presley, I think it's Elvis Presley, the Hunka Hunka, is it Burnin' Love? Somebody has been dealing with some indecision here pertaining to a love situation where there was quite a substantial obstacle, perhaps distance, perhaps age, perhaps some sort of socioeconomic difference. For some of you, this is more so just somebody needed to go through some ego death before they could get to the point where they felt comfortable or confident enough to come forward in this love situation. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. All right, I'm going to go for the situation stack. It just feels right. What else do we have? Meeting in the reverse and denial. So this is what led to that indecision, which is now hopefully evaporated. We've got somebody who's been avoiding this, avoiding the thought of it, avoiding a person, avoiding a conversation. I don't want to accept it and you can't make me. I'm not going to look at it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's not real. Of course it is. It doesn't matter how many times you deny strong feelings like love. You know, like this could be a relationship that's more platonic, but it doesn't feel that way. But whatever it is, if you actually feel something for somebody, why are we denying it? I think this person was perhaps denying it because they needed to get some ish figured out. A distraction. A karmic relationship. There was somebody in this person's life. It could be a masculine, but it doesn't have to because we've got I think that's the Jack of Hearts. No, maybe it's the King. But we've got somebody that was distracted with a bunch of toxicity or drama in the form of a friendship or romantic relationship that was meant to teach this person a lesson, and I don't think they really wanted to admit that lesson was true. So in other words, this could be let's use pop culture as a reference, okay? How many of you have heard the term Scandival recently? Yeah, a little show called Vanderpump Rules. Okay, so if you know that, then you know that the friendship between Sandoval and Schwartz was probably for a long time kind of questioned in terms of whether or not it was a positive influence on both parties, right? This is one of those situations. So in other words, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, although it could be. But there was somebody in this person's life that was a little bit too in charge, right? Somebody that called the shots, somebody that heavily influenced the decisions of the person who was in denial here. And they had to accept that this person was not a good influence and then find a way to kind of de-escalate or diffuse a potentially very toxic situation when they decided it was time to kind of move away, detangle themselves, or disentangle. I don't know, whatever it is. Um, when they realized what needed to happen or the true extent to this person's influence over their life, a la a restaurant not doing well because somebody decided to cheat on their girlfriend, then there are, real concrete reasons why this person has to admit, okay, maybe this friendship, relationship, or family member in my life has a little bit too much control over me, has a little bit too much say in what I do or how I live, and I need to maybe have some boundaries. So we have the Hermit in the reverse and the Queen of Swords. It would appear to me that the person who was in denial, who has now made a decision, who probably feels some love here, has realized that there was somebody they gave the red light to, like, I don't want to know you, I don't want to talk to you, probably the person they feel love for. And then there was also somebody that they were wrong about in terms of allowing them too close, right? So it feels to me like whoever I'm reading for, this is somebody that has had to acknowledge one influence in their life should no longer have that power or influence in their life. And another person that they pushed away, they actually do really have feelings for them. And perhaps that overly influential friend or ex was misguiding them to keep them away from that healthy relationship, right? So a little bit of a swap. Yeah. Now this person, our person who's been in denial, now this person sees with clarity who has actually had their best interests at heart and who has been perhaps a little bit more selfish or even disloyal, right? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who is wishy-washy, hot and cold, unreliable. You can't, if you get like a flat tire in the middle of the country, you can't rely on this person to come help you out. They're going to have some reason to like not really be helpful, right? We could also have a little bit of materialism here. So there might have been some allowances for somebody's behavior because of the financial impact to somebody's lifestyle. We have the Moon in the reverse. This is clarifying soulmate in reverse and roller coaster or highest high in the reverse. There's something here that was hidden that really did cause quite a lot of drama or toxicity. Perhaps a lifestyle decision, an addiction, a relationship that was not appropriate. There's something here that this person who had too much influence was hiding about their true character from the Hermit in the reverse, the person who had to push them away or who pushed away their love interest. We're going to call the person in denial the Hermit in the reverse from now on. Although I'm tempted to call them the Queen of Swords. We'll see. I'm trying to keep them straight for you guys so you know who I'm talking about. We've got the Three of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Wands. When you know that you're ready for a new beginning, when you know that you have outgrown a friendship or a relationship, it can be awkward, right? You sit there and, hello there, Redbeard, how we doing? Happy Friday. You sit there and you wonder, how do I end this? How do I, extricate myself from the situation? How do I change my living situation if I need to do that? I feel like for many people, there is kind of like a purgatory, right? An in-between era where you have to figure out how to transition to a different situation. And I feel like that's particularly awkward for somebody here, given that they know this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse or this person who has lied to them is capable of lying and is capable of hiding their true intentions. This could be a little bit of a trickster. We might see the Seven of Swords come out to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. This is not somebody you really want to tell all of your plans to. Holy buckets. So the mere act of accepting that one person should be removed from your life and another person is worthy of being in your life, this is what is deciding somebody's 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. No pressure. I mean, these are arguably some of the best cards in the deck in terms of getting what you want, having what you need, being with people who love and care about you. The 10 of Cups is happiness, you know? 10 of Pentacles is like security or stability. So this is what people in general look for in terms of a relationship. And it feels to me like whoever was in denial, this hermit in the reverse, they've now realized what the ticket is. They know what direction they need to go in order to have these things that they want in their life or these people that they want in their life, right? But it requires walking away. Like I said, you have to push somebody out of your life that isn't right for you in order to make room for somebody that is very well matched for whomever this hermit in the reverse is. Could be a Virgo, doesn't have to be. We have the Chariot in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. There was something here that the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, so that would be like the liar, the person who was having too much influence, the Tom Sandoval, if you will. This Queen of Pentacles in the reverse was causing stagnation and holding somebody back. Like this is pretty powerful and negative energy here, right here. Because we've got somebody that is basically saying, I know you have plans. I know you want to go somewhere. I know you want to move forward, but I'm not going to let you do that. Probably because it makes me more comfortable if you're right next to me or if you're suffering through the same stuff that I am. I don't want you to get ahead of me is kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So not a trustworthy person and not a compassionate person. They tend to think about themselves before they think about other people. I don't know. They just think about themselves. I don't know if they consider the emotions of others. We have the Star in the reverse, the Two of Wands in the reverse. So unfulfilled hopes is the first phrase on this card when it's in the reverse. And I feel like this is commenting on the fact that somebody realizes what they had hoped would happen in a relationship, a friendship, or a situation, perhaps even a job. It was unrealistic. It wasn't taking into consideration the actual facts, right? So this Two of Wands in the reverse is kind of like an oops. That was probably the wrong move for me. That was really only making things worse for me, or it was the wrong turn, right? Somebody basically put greater distance between them and this 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. All right, we're going to get a few from the Dragon Oracle. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. So we might even see the Emperor come out because this is somebody who's realizing they can make their own decisions. They have their own mind, their own discernment, their own intuition, and they know probably better than anybody what they need to be doing. They just need to let go of somebody who's been, you know, a little bit meddlesome. We recently had this one. I like it. So we have the Royal Blue and Gold, and then we have the Dusky Pink. And this is a dragon from Andromeda, in case that rings any bells for anybody out there. Prepares all your chakras to embody a higher love. Accept and radiate higher love. Touch others with its flame. So another way to look at this pressure cooker card that came out in the reverse about this not great friendship or relationship is that this was false love. This was something that was conditional, right? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Not necessarily saying I want to take care of you or be kind to you because I care about you, but because there's a reciprocal agreement here, right? Somebody is acknowledging that that kind of relationship or friendship isn't really the good stuff. They have seen or have a reason to believe in this higher love with somebody else, and they're being encouraged to pursue that and let go of the more surface level kind of selfish relationships, right? Hello, Ambit. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad to see that. Uh, it was hard not to be here yesterday, but I always miss you guys when I don't see you. But I was getting the work or the roof replaced, and that would not have been very conducive to doing a reading. It was quite loud. I even took Mr. Hambone away so you wouldn't have to be scared. Hello, Bill. How are you doing? This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have, please? We have Migration, number 15. And under that, we have Initiate, Beginnings, Freedom, Adventure, and First Step. That's weird. I wanted to say Final Step. I feel like that's important. I feel like somebody has been working on a new beginning. Somebody has maybe a taste for freedom right now because they've been feeling a little cooped up or a little bit stagnant as a result of this friendship or relationship. And now they're realizing they have to take that first step if they want to get to that final step. If there is a desired outcome, you have to be working every day or on a consistent basis, we'll say, towards what that goal is, right? There's an appreciation here now for somebody to stay committed to a particular path and not let people get them pulled away from it. So it really does feel like we have somebody here that is working on a sense of independence and agency, right? I can make my own decisions. I don't need to have somebody tell me you shouldn't date that person because of XYZ, or you shouldn't be friends with that person because it would make me jealous. Something along those lines has changed for this person. And then we have another 24. You guys, look at these two cards. They're both number 24. They're both talking about love. So 24 is important. There could be something that happens in the next 24 hours that really kind of confirms this message for you. Because we've got somebody here who's got some pretty deep emotions. And I feel like there's a need to make a decision, because we have that indecision card in the reverse, around this relationship that is a healthy relationship. So underneath beloved, we have love, relationships, reciprocity, union, and intertwinement. So there could be a sense of getting closer with somebody that is a better influence on your life, one that actually lets you, be you, but also encourages forward movement, right? Hi, Rob. How are you? I love the sunflowers. All right. We've got the I almost lost it. Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Emperor. Didn't I call that right when I was reading these? So it's also right next to these cards, which is fun. We have somebody who is saying, I'm not going to let you make decisions for me. I'm not going to be all caught up in whether or not you think this is what I should be doing with my life, or what I should be doing with my heart, whatever it is. We have somebody standing in their power because they know somebody did something they shouldn't have, or somebody was trying to control them. So whoever you are resonating with this Emperor energy, I applaud you. Good work. You are absolutely the captain of your own ship here, okay? You don't need to have somebody else controlling things for you or making decisions for you, right? You have your own brain. Aw. Redbeard, you're the best. All right, so we've got Five of Swords in the reverse. And the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Interesting, because the Knight of Swords in the reverse is one that talks about very quick action. Underneath the Chariot in the reverse, that is also about action, but being in the reverse, they're both kind of saying not moving quickly. However, I'm looking more so at this Knight of Swords in the reverse as kind of recklessness. Somebody feeling like they don't have much time to make amends, or they don't have much time to fix something. So it's like I hear a drum beat that is accelerating in frequency. Somebody knows, okay, I'm ready. I'm the emperor. I can say what I need to say, but I need to say it quickly, because this isn't a window of opportunity that spans my entire lifetime, right? There are opportunities. It's like you're playing a video game and you miss, health, or I don't know, fruit, bombs, whatever it is that you're trying to pick up along the way. If you keep walking right past them, you don't always have that opportunity to go back and get them, right? You can't always recoup what's lost. So I think we have somebody here who is realizing that if they don't deal with the situation where they pushed somebody out that they shouldn't have, where they cut somebody off that they shouldn't have, that they will forever lose that opportunity. Here we have another card talking about decisiveness. We have the King of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Swords in the reverse. Somebody knows that there was misrepresentation, lying, or perhaps even manipulation, right? And it came from this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Whoever this friend or not really soulmate person was that led this King of Swords in the reverse down the wrong path. They know now what happened, right? I figured you out. I know that you lied to me because you didn't want me to follow this, or you didn't want me to be with this person. You didn't want me to choose this life. Well, now I know that you lied to me and I've cut you off. But there's also this, need for me to go address this person over here. Wow. Queen of Wands in the reverse. So at the very least, we have manipulation here from somebody else trying to keep this Hermit in the reverse in denial, so they wouldn't see the truth of the situation. For some of you, this is like a little bit of a Gone Girl situation, being lured into a relationship by somebody who pretends to be your dream person, when in reality, this is a little bit of a trick. Somebody who's trying to hold on to a relationship, they know they can't really um, be that person long term. Because if you've ever had to play a role long term, I don't know, maybe an actor would agree with this, but if you ever have to play into a different energy than what you truly are, it's exhausting. You can't really maintain that for a year or 5 years or 10 years, right? It gets to the point where you either become that other energy, like undercover people who, kind of struggle with avoiding drug addiction or violence, things like that, when they go into those worlds. You either lose that energy that is truly yours because you've been playing a different role, or you end up showing your cards, right? And people see through that acting. Hello there, Dino. How are you doing? So with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel like that's kind of what happened here is somebody's um, matrix glitched, right? We had the mask slip and fall and reveal that this not soulmate person wasn't really as great as they claimed they were, or wasn't really as caring or generous as they claimed. They exposed themselves as being a little bit more in it for themselves than they wanted to admit, right? Hello there, Miss Christina. How are you doing? Oh, well, I'm using your favorite deck. Well, I think it's your second favorite. This deck right here doesn't get much use because it has too many naked people on it, and I'm nervous YouTube will like have a shit fit. All right. So, wow. Hermit in the reverse. Again, same column. Three of Wands. Some of you need to hear, and I'm speaking to the Emperor, Hermit in the reverse energy here, the one who was in denial that now knows a change is in order. You can be the Emperor, but in order to maintain that energy, you have to be willing to seek out that wisdom and be willing to take action on that wisdom as it comes in, which means, yes, you've done the first part of the mission. You have distanced yourself from somebody that you know isn't right for you, but that is only half of the game, okay? If you want to maintain this emperor status, you also have to stand up to the other side of this situation and communicate honestly, right? It sounds to me like what needs to happen is, hey, I was unkind to you, or I cut you out of my life based on something that was told to me that I have since found out was a lie. And I feel like the right thing to do is to, at least try to have a conversation with you. At a minimum, apologize that I believed something that wasn't true about you. But it feels to me like there's also a desire for this emperor to reestablish a friendship or pursue a romantic relationship with this person. And this Three of Wands is making me feel like the emperor, your message is, yeah, that is what you're supposed to. Why aren't you doing it? If you know that you need to go make amends, or you need to apologize, or you need to explain what happened on the other side of this equation, why haven't you done it yet? I can be all like bitchy over here and judgy, but is there actually something that's in your way? Is there something that you need to deal with? Is there an actual block here? Because from what I can tell, this is not a priority quite yet. And it apparently needs to be. Because when you have the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles, this is like the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Four of Swords in the reverse. Some of you need to be told it's time to come out of hermit mode. It's time to make some new friends. It's time to collaborate with somebody that you've been, thinking about. No more hermit. Four of Swords in the reverse. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Sorry. Morning voice. I know it's like already almost noon, but I slept in today, you guys. All right. Mainly because I couldn't sleep in yesterday. Oh, my Lord. This Emperor has been watching this Empress. And it's so interesting to me. Okay, so if you can see these cards, right? Okay. If you can see, we have the Emperor right here. Okay, and he's facing this way. The Empress is right here, his divine counterpart. We also have 2 3s in a row, along with another 3 over here. So the number 3 and the number 24 could be important for you. We have the Emperor watching the Empress, and the Empress focusing on building something. See how she's got that bird? It looks like she's trying to balance one of those birds that are weighted. She's focusing on building something really important for herself. But she is glowing, and you can also see the person who lied about her. Where is that sword pointed? The Empress. So somebody worked hard to keep this Emperor away from his Empress, either out of jealousy or a need to control. With the Four of Wands in the reverse, this was done to keep the Emperor from becoming an emperor, to keep somebody back, to withhold their abundance from them. It's either because they're jealous and they know that the Emperor was going to get something that they wanted and they couldn't have, or it's because they wanted company and they're miserable, right? Four of Wands in the reverse is kind of like, no, you don't get to have that fabulous dream life. I'm going to make sure that there are cracks in those foundations so that you cannot build a stable house there, or a, a life there. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, right underneath the Queen of Wands in the reverse. There may have been two people, maybe not for all of you, but there may have been two people involved in keeping this Emperor stagnant. Two people that would have benefited from this Emperor staying in their life or staying in a group or pursuing something. Maybe it was, you know, I want you to keep partying with me because you foot the bill, you know, that kind of thing. Good luck, Miss Christina. All right, we're going to switch to another tarot deck. We're going to go with the OG, the Rider-Waite. What else do we have, please? Did I miss someone? Hi, Tara. How are you doing? And hello, Natalie. How are you? Wow, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse again, which is right here. Now we have it right here underneath the Three of Wands. So basically this Three of Wands was kind of like doubly clarified by Four of Swords in the reverse. You, the Emperor, whoever you are, remember, it doesn't have to be a male, right? We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. I absolutely come out as the Emperor now and then. We have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords in the reverse saying, hey, Emperor, you're worried right now. You're anxious right now because you're overthinking it, because you don't realize that things are supposed to go well for you in this part of your life when you've made the right choices. We can often tell that we are on the wrong path because things are difficult at every turn, okay? When you make the right decision, when you know who you need to move towards, that's when things become like greased for you, right? Things become easier for you. Which isn't to say all of your goals and aspirations will be a walk in the park, but I think you know what I mean. We have turned that Chariot in the reverse into the Chariot in the upright. The key here is stop being a hermit. Get out and meet with people, see people, talk to the people that you want to talk to. Let go of these burdens, because there is definitely a sense of frustration here for this Emperor because there's something they know they need to say that they haven't said yet. Say what you need to say, right? Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. So there is unfinished business between this Empress and the Emperor. The World in the reverse. If it were in the upright, that would say, we have a new chapter beginning. This is already over. But the World in the reverse, there's something here that needs to be communicated. And the Emperor is coming out in the reverse because even though he managed to deal with this battle and won victory, right? There is another one where he has not yet stood up and said what he needed to say. So once the Emperor communicates whatever this message is that somebody is waiting for, then what everyone was trying to prevent from happening happens. Namely, feels to me, two people coming together that are supposed to be in each other's life, right? So a romantic pairing where you make each other better and you help each other achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself, or a friendship or even professional contact that helps you get where you need to be in order to achieve what you need to achieve. So somebody just needs to be told, yes, you have what you need, you know what you need to say, go ahead and say it, and, you know, be this Emperor in the upright because you've already demonstrated that you can be. We're going to get just a couple of clarifiers from the Everyday Witch, and then we'll call it a day. Exactly. Stagnation is not my nation. There have been a couple of times in my life where I did something that nobody really thought I would do. And I have to say, those are like generally my favorite decisions. Surprise people, do stuff that they don't expect you to do. Judgment in the reverse. Once this decision is made and action is taken on this decision, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles come through for this Emperor. Tell me about the heart, please. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Somebody walked away from or minimized how they felt for somebody when they really wanted something more significant. Tell me about beloved, please. Eight of Wands in the reverse. This could be a no contact situation. I mean, that's kind of what we were getting at anyways, right? Somebody had to like put somebody out of their life in order to appease somebody who is overly influential. So this is quite likely a no contact situation where somebody decides, I think it's time that I reach out and apologize and kind of explain what happened, right? We have the Two of Wands. Somebody knows that if they follow a plan, things will go well. It's like somebody has a little checklist, like, okay, I got to say this, I got to say this, and then I'm going to mention this, and we'll see where it goes, right? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Not far from the the King of Swords in the reverse. I'm telling you, it feels to me like there were two people involved here on the negative side, right? The people that were trying to control this Emperor. It could be a couple, it could be a couple of friends, it could be parents. Like, just a little story for you. I remember being in a not very healthy relationship and having people that I thought were close friends of mine advise me to stay in that unhealthy relationship because they really liked hanging out as the four of us. Cool. So your social life is more important than my happiness? No. Two of Cups. There is a real connection here, I feel like that's what made this person feel a little bit like they needed to change up what was going on. Because even when they thought this was an insignificant connection, this love connection wasn't worth making drama happen in the context of a social community, this person couldn't forget the person that they fell in love with, right? That connection stayed connected even if there was a no contact. You kept thinking about them. You kept comparing others to them. You kept thinking, wow, I really ruined that when I shouldn't have because that person treated me differently than anybody else did. All right, last but not least, let's go with the Ace of Wands. What is the Ace of Wands? The Star. Healing, a new beginning that heals, that makes you feel like all of this hard work was worth it, right? So stay focused on the outcome that you're working towards. There's a happy ending here for you. Go ahead and make as many jokes as you want. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading.